students. We're still in section 3.1. We're going to finish up with example 3. Now we get to do some creative writing. We're going to write situations for given graphs. And you don't have to overthink this. Just write a possible situation and then don't worry about it. If it makes sense and it fits the situation, definitely use this, okay? So don't make it harder than it is and don't overthink this. Notice that we're talking about water level. So water level is marked on our y-axis, while time is going by on the x-axis. So let's just kind of take a look at this. Identify, step 1 tells you to identify your labels, like what's going on in the graph. All right, well, my x-axis says time is going by. It doesn't really give me any specific increments or numbers, but that's okay. And then the y-axis, we're talking about the water level of something, okay? Doesn't matter what it is, just you invent what's going on here. All right, so step 2, we're going to analyze the sections. So this very first section right here, what's happening is there's a steady increase. And then it's going to stay the same for a little while. And then it's going to decrease steadily. So there's your 3 sections. Section 1, increasing steadily. Section 2, it's staying the same for a little while. And section 3, it's decreasing steadily. Okay? So let me just kind of give you a couple of ideas. And then I'm going to see if you can come up with another one on your own. Okay? Now your book talks about watering can. Let's say you want to water your plants and the can's empty. So the watering level, you're increasing steadily. What you're doing is you are filling the watering can. Then it's just going to stay there. Let's say you got a phone call and you couldn't do anything with it for a little while. So phone call happened and you put the watering can down. Okay, so the water level hasn't changed in the watering can because you put it down. You haven't poured it out. You got interrupted and you couldn't do anything with it. So then when your phone call was over, you came back and watered your plants. Okay? So if you're filling the watering can up, that means the water level is increasing. That's your steady increase. If you don't do anything with it, you just put the can down because you got interrupted by a phone call or something else, then the water level doesn't change until you come back and start watering your plants. And as you water your plants, the level goes back down. So that's really what they're doing, is they want you to come up with a situation. Okay? So find another water situation. Okay? I don't really care what the situation is. Don't use watering can again. But you come up with another situation here. Okay? And write it under another situation, another example for me, so as I come by I can check that. Okay? Now, code word, conjunctions that don't overlap. What do we write down? When those conjunctions don't overlap on the graph, what's the answer? A little review question. Okay, so if you have questions about this particular subject, about, what's the situation I should write, I don't understand, bring your questions to class and we'll talk about it tomorrow.